Hey Siri, turn off all my alarms. Sorry. Wow, Facebook is really stressful. If you multi-stream, I mean, it gives you down to the last second to hit that live button when you schedule it. And if you do not, I repeat, if you do not go live in that second, they will destroy you. And they will not let you have your live stream anymore. Even though you pay, what, 30, 40, 90 fucking dollars a month for StreamYard, however much it is. They don't give a shit. Why cater to your needs? You're just a customer. I mean, good morning, SL Makeup. Good morning, Thea. Yeah, I have something. I have a surprise. Hey, Angie. Hey, Jess. Look at this. Oh, wait. Where is it? Resting bitch face. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. That's from our movie. Okay, hold on. I got to turn this off in the background. Shit. All right, let's go ahead and start our poll. Did you thumb it? Okay. Yes, ma'am. No, queen. But I der. There we go. There's the poll. Okay, now. Morning 71. Do you like the surprise, Thea? Hey! Jenna, I love you. Miss you. Want to make out with you. Oh, that's my friend I've known since elementary school, and we have coffee sometimes, but we are overdue about, when's the last time we saw each other? About a year? About a year or so? Huh? Wow. Good morning, Shay. Cluck, cluck, chicken lady. I just saw your Locomai chicken that you posted this morning. One of the first things I watch. Chicken lady is one of the first people that I watch. What the fuck? I'm tired of the static electricity gathering around me. 2 fingers? We fingered each other last time we saw each other, Jen? I thought you were giving us a beanbag. Or no, I gave you a beanbag. I didn't teabag anybody. Literally, it was a beanbag, right? We beanbagged each other. I think we beanbagged each other. I think that's the last time I saw you. Morning, Samby. All right, guys, gather around. Let's talk about some Shiz. No, no chance, no, no dance, no chance, no dance, no chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! Hey! Ow! Ow! My It has been too long, I agree. Love you, miss you. I think we've known each other since 3rd grade, or was it 2nd grade? I can't remember. It's been so long. I hope everybody is taking care of their teeth this morning. Ooh, I made a great Coke with chocolate pudding. Oh, cake! I'm like, I thought you didn't get hungry when you do cocaine. I just got horny. And not just now, when I used to do cocaine. It's cane that comes from a Coke. And then you snort it. But don't do that. Morning, Don K. You better get out of here before I get us all in trouble. Just kidding. I like YouTube a little bit, yeah. A little bit. Ooh, Chicken Lady is making baked ziti. Is that one of the names of your chickens? No, just kidding. You don't cook them, right? I'm pretty sure you don't cook them. You ever kill your chickens? Morning, Ruth Ann. Hey Siri, what is ziti? Ziti is zite, or shape of extruded pasta originating from Italian regions of the Campania and Sicilian islands.
Ziti Italian, or zite Italian, are a shape of extruded pasta originating from the Italian regions of Campania and Sicily. They are shaped into long, wide tubes, about 25 centimeters,
Sounds like cocaine.
9.8 inches long, that need to be broken by hand into smaller pieces before cooking. This is from Wikipedia.
8 inches long. Sounds like a good piece of pasta to me. You don't kill or eat your chickens. That makes me feel incredibly comforted and fantastic, and that's going to drive me nuts if that fucking piece of static doesn't get off my screen. But look, when I move it, the static moves to my hat. You just had a killer save Robbie ISMN telling me to wake up or he would do such unmentionable things to me, so here I am. Do you mean that you had a dream about me? Hey, Lorelai! If I have time, you should come up. Lorelai's been wanting to tell us a story. What she's been going through. She's over on, because we're streaming on Facebook, and if that fucking thing, get away from my elbow. Do you guys see that, or is it too small on your phone? I'm being attacked by static electricity. Oh, it's 1 PM here. You're out and forgot your earbuds? Yeah, don't listen to me outside of your earbuds, especially in public. You'll probably go to jail. Okay. Did you really have a dream about me? It was a nightmare, though? I love you, too. I'm sorry, Lorelai. I don't want to highlight her comment because it's over on YouTube as well, so. I don't know how to cook anything. Are you making a pasta from scratch, like from dough, by any chance? Do you do that? I know how to cook vegan Alicia Silverstone chocolate peanut butter cups. It's from her vegan book, The Kind Diet. I believe these are vegan too. But I still eat chicken and I shouldn't. Do you know how to cook hot dogs? In my mouth. I'll warm them up real good. I'll boil them. Just kidding. I don't eat hot dogs unless they're Morningstar, but not the pork flavored, because I don't even like the flavor of pork. It grosses me out. And the flavor of bacon reminds me of those bacon dog treats. You know what I'm talking about? Disgusting. Weenie roast. Bet your ass, Samby. Hey, Jen. I don't know how people deal with the taste of pork. Oh, beef. I could do like a beef or a chicken bratwurst. Those are good. You like the Morningstar burgers? Yeah, those are pretty tasty. I like the Morningstar breakfast sausages that are maple flavored. And they also have, I don't like the Morningstar bacon. I do like the Morningstar corn dogs. Those are actually pretty good. And they don't taste like pork flavored, because that's gross. You might as well flavor them human flavor. That's disgusting. If I wanted to do that, I'd just go suck a dick. You ate all soy products in your starvation weight loss plan? At 35 and lost 40 pounds in 8 months. Never again. I went right back to real meat. See, I did feel a little bit like too brittle, I guess is the word, when I was like vegetarian and vegan. We just have to make sure we replace it with the right nutrients. because I believe, now this could be just rumor from Alicia Silverstone. Well, I don't know if she exactly said this, but our teeth aren't, and I know people in the chat are going to come for me. Our teeth are not designed to eat meat. It's designed to grind up seeds and legumes and shit like that. So we're all a bunch of sadistic sociopaths. And then people say, well, what about our canines? What about our canines? They're there to fucking open condom packets with your teeth. That's it. Have you ever seen fish hot dogs? That sounds like one of the most disgusting, vile, unnecessary bullshit meals that I have ever heard of in my life, Gladys. That is disgusting. Smithfield used to carry maple-flavored sausage patties, and the pandemic hit, and they stopped. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen the Maple Morning... the Maple Morning Stars. You were a vegetarian, country... I almost said country Joe. Country lady. Chicken lady. I was a vegetarian for a short time. However, I'm anemic, and it wreaked havoc on my health. See, I think you could take certain supplements, but some people's bodies don't do well to that. What is stop motion? Hey Siri, what is stop motion animation?
Stop motion is an animated filmmaking technique in which objects are physically manipulated in small increments between individually photographed frames so that they will appear.
A 90s music video with the choppy video quality. And I can't get rid of this fucking static this morning. I'm like the fucking PBS version of TRL. Fish hot dogs. It took me 13 years to try fish tacos. I guess I'll be dead before I... yeah. I've never tried a fish taco, but shrimp. Okay, listen. It cannot be that grilled bullshit shrimp. It has to be breaded, fried shrimp with cabbage and like sauces and stuff like that. And that's pretty good. But only rarely, because... should I say this? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it, and I'm sorry. My friend told me this. Did you know that? Wait, is it shrimp? Don't shrimp eat shit from the bottom of the sea? It was a rumor I heard. And also crab. They gnarl on dead bodies in the sea. That's what I heard, is crabs eat corpses. Just like they eat your crotch. Still good, though. I like your attitude, Jen. I'll say that to friends. They're like, I don't give a fuck. I'll eat a fucking cow live. Like, Jesus Christ. I was talking with darling Nikki yesterday on the phone, and we were talking about how people like their steak bloody. If you like your steak bloody, I probably won't trust you around sharp objects. Or to be alone in the room with you. Crabs are scavengers, but damn, the meat is good. It is good. But I will say, as of late, I'm not a big fan of king crab anymore. The texture and the flavor is a little bit... ugh. Snow crab is where it's at. I actually love wahoos. Okay, a wahoo and a woohoo is what... Christina Aguilera even has a song, Jenna, called Woohoo. I know you really, really... Wait, how's it go? I know you really want to taste my... I know you want to put your lips where my hips are and kiss on my woohoo. They call that a vagina. So I find that ironic you put that next to fish taco. It's one of your favorite places. Is it now? You got to have lots of garlic, lemon, and butter with your crab. Okay. Lycan eats people. I hear he eats fish tacos as well. Okay. That's only rumor on YouTube streets and maybe possibly a couple of YouTubers. I'm not really sure. Ew, even medium rare. I cannot do that. It's got to be burnt to a crisp. I think a lot of crustaceans eat like that. They're bottom feeders. That's disgusting. So listen. All those people that you see missing for years on the news and shit, you're eating that in your fucking seafood boil. Just so you know. I'm just kidding. Kind of. I don't want to gross you out. I'll stop. You live in Maryland and can get blue crabs right off the boats. I've never tried blue crab. They're the smaller ones, right? You bought king crab for $50 at Walmart, and the cheaper one is way better. It tasted like rubber. Yeah, the texture of king crab is just different. And the flavor is not as sweet. I can't anymore. Do you have a hobby? I mean that in a nice way. Tapping that ass. Sometimes I like to watch Harry Daddy's masturbating on XTube. Sorry about that. That's one of my hobbies, and I'm not kidding. Sometimes I watch him doing it live. Most of the time it's pre-recorded because I'm in a hurry. I can't chat. I like to pick at my nails. Hey, Michelle over on Facebook, and my signal just cut out because there's a train. I like to rip the skin off of the tips of my fingers and rip my nails off. I like to talk shit and start rumors and spread venereals. And I like to write music. This is fucking pissing me off. Ah! Hold on a minute. You go crabbing and get Dungeness crabs super fresh. Hey, Scotty. You go work from home. Oh. Yeah, Scotty works from home. Oh. Yeah, we can work from home. Mm-hmm. She ain't worried about nothing. She ain't worried about nada. Or wait, is it she ain't wearing but nada? She's sitting pretty and patient, but you know she gotta put in them hours. I'ma make it hotter. I'm texting pic after picture, gonna get you fired. Maybe take your hat off. But I just woke up and my 4 hairs are a mess. You know what it might be? Hold on. I never open those drapes over there. Hold on. I got you. Fuck! What's that movie where they start disappearing? Is it Ghost? What is that movie? Where they look at their hand, they're like, and they're like disappearing somewhere into like the night. I don't know what the fuck it is, but this is fucking, maybe it's just my new background is fucked. Let's try this. Hold on. I'm going to try pink. Maybe it is the background. Oh, maybe. Back to the Future? Yeah, that's a little better, huh? Fuck it. Disappearing People, which Thea has a very good new video on, by the way, folks. Let me ask you a question before I get into all the bullshit. Do you ever walk? Hold on a minute. Thea, will you put your link in the chat, please? Hold on. I think, she did a couple shorts on it too. This shit is crazy. Like, have you guys ever walked into a room or been to a party or something, and either you know that a person was at that party or you know you were there, and people are like, you were not at that party, or people don't. By the way, this happened to me the other day, but I was sitting in the dark downstairs on the couch, all creepy, all. No, I was on my phone, and my husband walked downstairs, and he looked over after a while. He was in the kitchen. He was like, ah, I didn't know you were down here. And I was like, I got eyes in the back of my head. And that's what it is. But people literally can get into a state. This is, I mean, kind of what she goes into, like almost a state of meditation to where you go invisible. It is fun to scare people. I scare people all the fucking time. You guys need to go subscribe to her, but I'm going to show you a short real quick. Okay. Sorry if my suck sounds are loud. I get more tips over on my adult platforms when I make the sound, so I'm just kind of used to it. Sorry. Could aspect Stranger Things be real? Wait, it's not the Stranger. Oh, here it is. Let's watch this short real quick. Hold on. I got screen. You ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this. Oh, cause Thea is bootylicious for you, babe. She's spookylicious. Watch this.
There wasn't a boat on the island, even for an emergency. They were stuck there. Unless, of course, they wanted to.
That's not it. Fuck it. We're going to this one. Watch the beginning of this. Because she kind of explains it in a nutshell.
They had never seen her.
Hold on.
I was sitting in the middle of the food court one day. My eyes were tired and glazed over, and I was looking off to the Panda Express line, mindlessly counting the heads of people waiting for their orange chicken and lo mein, when a man, stocky and stuffed in this bright red sweater, sat down across from me, slamming his food tray down with a bang that shook the table. What a jerk, I thought. I mean, I was sitting right across from him, but he sat down like I wasn't even there. And there were empty tables and chairs all around us, so what was this guy's motive? I finally mustered up enough courage to say something to him. Hey dude, no response. Hello? No response. And finally we locked eyes for a moment. And I swear it was like this guy was looking right through me. What, was I just invisible or something? And I know this is going to sound crazy, and there's a chance you're not going to believe me. What if I told you there were thousands of accounts of people spontaneously disappearing unwillingly? Are they all just imagining they've become see-through versions of themselves, or are they actually invisible? Hey guys, do you like taking deep dives into wild conspiracy theories, listening to a scary good ghost story, or investigating into the supernatural? Then this is the channel for you. Go ahead and tap the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell so you get weekly updates for content just like this.
What dude was hot,
now,
Christina?
Let's get back to the story.
I want to live in that house. I like creepy houses, like old ones. They're cool. Yeah, it does have nice bullets. All right, let's vote, guys. Does she remind you of Sandra Bullock? Or what was the other one, Thea? The other girl that you said people say, oh, what was the other one? I said Topanga, but I don't think she was on board for that. The dude on here that showed up for a sec. Oh. I think she talks like Sandra Bullock, but what was the other one, Thea? Was it Jessica Biel? No? Yes, Jessica Biel. It was Jessica Biel. But there's an actress. She was like in a dog movie a long time ago. She reminds you of Renee Zellweger? A little bit. I could actually see that for sure, Scotty. All right, let's just watch some of this because it's very interesting, and then make sure you go watch the rest of it over there because Thea puts really good time into her videos. So the fact that she's taking time to even like be in my movie whenever I'm like randomly like, okay, I'm ready to film, she's always on board and she's always doing shit because this shit takes work, like research, editing, all that stuff. So go over and give her love or else.
Donna Good Higby, an investigator into the paranormal, metaphysics, esoteric studies, and religious studies, sat down with Art Bell on Coast to Coast AM to discuss human, spontaneous, and voluntary invisibility, or as Donna likes to call it, HSII, a phenomenon that up until Donna discovered it was completely...
Have you guys ever heard that, by the way? Because I had never heard of that until I saw Thea talking about it. I've experienced things like it before. Like just weird things happening where people don't remember. But listen what she says. Because you guys know how like the Mandela effect, right? How people are like, wait, no, it was like this. No, it's like this. She starts talking about like realms of shit.
Completely unstudied. And it all started while Donna was hosting an event where a woman came up to her and began telling her an insane story. One that prompted Donna to dig further into research, trying to figure out what exactly this woman had experienced. Vera approached Donna one day and told her she wanted to tell her something in confidence. She alleged one day while she was at the post office, people in the line seemed to be completely unaware that Vera was standing right next to them. They were all nearly bumping.
Hold on, I gotta pause. I actually do that too, because I don't want to fucking talk to people. They look right at me and talk, and I'm like, no. Just pretend like they don't exist.
Into her and completely ignoring anything she was saying, almost as if she was invisible. As she got to the counter, she addressed the post office worker, only to be bypassed completely for the gentleman who had been standing behind her. She got frustrated and finally spoke up, and both the man and the post office worker were completely shocked. They had never seen her standing there. Another woman writes into Donna and tells her one day she was staring at her walls, mindlessly thinking over what kind of wallpaper she should put up, when suddenly she felt a very weird out-of-body experience and this odd sensation wash over her. Out of the corner of her eye, she could see her husband pacing back and forth, but she didn't really think anything of it. When she snapped out of her deep thought, she was surprised to hear her husband yelling at her, asking where she had been and why she was hiding from him. The woman was taken aback. She'd been standing there the whole time, hadn't she? Another woman standing at 5 feet 10 inches tells Donna she is constantly going to parties or events with friends and family, and nobody ever remembers her being there.
Hold on. The way you said that, Thea, is so funny because I'm picturing this bitch just not being a memorable person. Like, you know, like the party killer, Debbie Downer, that kind of shit. No one remembers because she bored the shit out of people. They all avoided her.
Claims that she attended. She even says once she competed in a marathon, and when she finished, she was so excited to see her name on the completed list of runners. But to her shock, her name was nowhere to be found, almost as if she hadn't ran the marathon at all. Karen was driving her car one day when she started approaching a red light, and a strange thing started to happen. People that were crossing the street were stopping and staring into her car with their mouths wide open in shock. Some of them even were frantically approaching the car, looking into the windows, almost as if they were looking for the driver of the vehicle but couldn't see them. And as she would drive away, the people would stare at the car driving off, mouths agape in horror. Another time, Karen says she was visiting a massage parlor, excited to relax and unwind a little bit. Sitting on the bench in her cozy white robe, her bright red hair delicately hanging around her shoulders. The massage therapist came in, took a look around the room, and then left. minutes. Odd, Karen thought, but
Bitch.
didn't think too much into it. But then the massage therapist came in a second and a third time doing the same thing. On the fourth time, the massage therapist finally walked over to a filing cabinet, sitting down and rifling through her schedule, like she was checking to see if Karen had missed her appointment. And Karen says they were.
Sounds like fucking, what's that place? Is it Exempla? You guys ever tried to wait for a physical in one of those fucking places? You know, like those hole in the wall where they drug test people and shit? Those fuckers forgot about me for like 2 hours one time. I even opened the door. I'm standing in the hallway in my gown. They're walking by me. I'm like, hello? Fucking pieces of shit. I think it's called Exempla. Then they're like, oh, sorry, we've been really busy. Oh, really? You couldn't have like closed me in a fucking tiny room when I told you I was claustrophobic. Maybe you could like check on me and be like, hey, it's just going to be a little bit longer. The fuck off. Sorry about that, Susan. Sorry about that. That's how you get people's attention at Exempla, though. You gotta make their ears bleed.
We were sitting so close to one another, their knees were almost touching.
PP?
Karen finally spoke up and
Yes.
said, you know, I am here waiting, right? And she claims that the massage therapist nearly flew out of their skin with fear. Now, I know what some of you are probably thinking by this point. Half of these stories are probably some made up BS and they just wanted their 10 minutes of fame with Donna. I mean, I'll be honest, I did too for a minute. But Donna does address this point blank, and she says when she does her research, there are certain things that are in common with the real experiences that she's never revealed to the public to weed out the storytellers from the real life Susan Storms of the world. That's a Marvel reference, by the way.
I was like,
at
who
this
the
point
hell?
in the interview, Art and Donna begin to consider if the people experiencing these laps in visibility are accessing a higher frequency, almost like shadow people. Of course, unintentionally and for brief moments of time. Donna, even for a moment, suggested she thought there was a chance there was a connection between alien abductees and people experiencing HSII. But further into her research, she actually didn't think this held any merit. But
And people with HSII often allegedly develop IBS because they shit themselves.
I think it might have. If you did watch my video on the Hat Man, then you'll agree with me that maybe she was onto something. This is all, of course, if you're willing to put on your tinfoil hat and open your mind up just a tiny bit. Okay, a lot of it. But still. And Donna doubles down on this interesting theory about frequencies. She believes that a number of people in the world are actually experiencing a rise in frequency. I mean, look at Karen's story, for example, or the woman who got lost in her wallpaper. When you're super focused and...
Well, wait a minute. Thea, do you care to explain that? Do you mean to tell me, like, she literally, like Lion Witch in the Wardrobed herself into the fucking wallpaper? Or just, like, dazed off into the wallpaper? Because I think I've done that, like, back in the day. You get fucking stoned, staring at the fucking screensaver on your computer, and you're just like, fuck, man. Who even has wallpaper anymore? Crazy people. Crazy people who stare and think that they're living in their wallpaper. My mom's mama in Michigan, because that's where my mom was like born and kind of raised until she was like, I don't know, like 5 years old or something like that. She had like a whole tile in her kitchen floor, which was, I think, like roads, like towns and stuff like that or something, kind of like Beetlejuice-ish. And my mom said they would like, I think they would use their toy cars to like go on the roads and stuff. I've never, Scotty, I've never watched like comic shit movies. I only like Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman, and the Power Rangers. Okay, so Thea says it's a whole thing. Like you get so focused and you almost enter a trance, like meditation, and you are raising your your frequency. Hey Siri, what is raising? Raising. Okay, never mind, Siri. Abort. Abort. And they did a ton of studies and found it possible. Is it like how you stare so hard at those 3D pictures that they become 3D? Those were cool. Do you remember those? They sell them at like the flea market and the mall and shit. Not cool. You took a photo outside of Buckingham Palace, and you'll share the photo you took on your community wall next week. Used to read Archie comics. I only saw Archie in the newspaper. Ooh, and the Family Circus. My grandma used to mail us Family Circus. She'd cut them out of the comic section and mail them to us from California when I was little. And we'd put them on our fridge. I miss the good old days. Back when I used to do a newspaper route with my first boyfriend who cheated on me in adult films, and we could deliver newspapers and rub each other's groins in the middle of the night while we're driving along the street. That is a fact. Never mind. No, I will. Yeah, no, I won't. Yes, I will. My ex used to work for a car dealership, and one time he was a car salesman. He's like, I need to drive this car to our dealership in like fucking Colorado Springs or something. And on the drive down there, I gave him roadhead. Allegedly. And it was the dealership's car. So, sorry about that. Love you, Christola. You go clean. Clean that ass. Your brother has the first appearance of Wolverine. It's in the Spider-Man comic. They always cross these paths of people. Did you see they're doing a new Catwoman comic book where she's like, it's her own league of like superheroes, like all these cat people and shit? I don't know. I think sometimes they spend too much money on those movies, and some of them do not turn out good unless it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now those are good movies. I still don't have time to read a comic book, really. I read the entire comic book Bible, the Action Bible. I read that whole thing. It was really beautiful and colorful and really fun. They misinterpreted a lot of shit. See how that works? I'm like, I don't remember that in the original. This is a remake. It's what they keep doing, is remaking it. People are like, no, it's the same. God's word never changes. I'm like, bitch, talk to God and he'll tell you his fucking word. Okay? Because he tells us all different shit. He's not just a basic robotic bitch that says the same thing. You think God is so uncreative that he's only going to give us one fucking message for centuries and centuries and centuries? No, he's a creative ass motherfucker, and he ain't just going to... His knowledge is way too big to fit in one tiny little man-made piece of shit. And yeah, I just said piece of shit. Deal with it. If you don't like it, go fucking write your own book in the Bible and talk shit about how I'm going to hell. And piss off. Sorry about that. I've been listening to you at 2x speed and just caught up. Now it sounds like you're in slow motion. Do I really sound like I'm talking slow, Rosalie? Love you. Nobody can judge your relationship with God. Exactly. They're like, well, the Bible says we can. Really? The Bible also says you shouldn't fucking eat seafood, you fucking goiter. Get that huge seafood boil out of your face. It also says you shouldn't get a divorce, fucking J-Lo. Okay? How many divorces have you had, you fucking whore? Not J-Lo. I'm not calling her a whore. She's fantastic. By the way, did you hear? Just like 2 days ago, J-Lo filed divorce with Ben Affleck. Shh, I was in shock. I think J-Lo should switch teams, 71. I think the universe is trying to tell her something. Okay, Jenna, love you. Yeah, J-Lo should remake Beyonce's song. Yeah, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. She's like, yeah, if you like it, then I'll put more rings on it. 12, 4, 4, 14, 14. Slut. All right, let's listen to Thea a little bit more.
And super deep into thought, you do sort of enter a meditative state. And that's why this would explain why it happens to people of all ages, races, and genders. I mean, could this even go further and explain why sometimes when you're in a room all by yourself, you get that eerie feeling that someone's watching you? Maybe someone is watching, you just can't see them. And in Donna's research, she finds that there are two camps of people. Some seem to snap out of their HSII session when they decide to finally speak up, like the woman in the post office or Karen when she went to her masseur, while others can speak and yell all they want and won't break out of it. Just like this next story you're about to hear.
That's a teaser, folks. In order to watch the rest, you have to go over to Thea's channel. Do you understand me? So hold on. And hold on, I'll address your comment. One sec. Share. Copy. Here is Thea's channel. Ah! Sorry, I keep screaming into the microphone. I can't. There you go. You know what? When people don't, or when people are talking to me or they're invisible, this is what my face looks like. They'll be like, "Can you see me? Can you see me, Thea? Thea! Thea, can you see me? Thea, say something! Hello?" So hold on, let me go back. SL said, why do you she wonders why God allows bad things to happen to good people. Okay, think about think about it this way. When you are trying to learn something, or if your parents want to teach you how to do stuff, how to live right, how to do, be responsible, do you think you're going to do that if everything's handed to you? Do you think you're going to gain muscle or lose weight or get in shape without feeling the burn, the pain, putting work into it, working against the pain and the tiredness and all that kind of stuff? No, you're not. No pain, no gain. So I believe that we blueprint our lives before we even come here to learn things, and we're set here to learn stuff. Unfortunately, while we're here, we think it's terrible when we're going through a lot of stuff, and maybe it happens from the minute we're born until the moment that we pass away. But I believe that's what we're meant to go through and meant to learn. So when people say, why does God allow this? I don't see it that way. I see it as a learning foundation and blueprint of something that we need to learn in the other, to gain knowledge for the other side. So yeah, exactly, 71. You don't get anything out of life, and you learn things through certain feelings and experiences. If we were spoiled our entire lives, can you imagine how bratty and pathetic we would be? If everything went good our entire lives. And people are probably going to say, well, then why is heaven so amazing and we get everything we want and it's so wonderful? Heaven is the ultimate, as Theo would say, frequency. Heaven is in my opinion, in my belief, it's not just like, okay, here, go float on a cloud for eternity. How fucking boring would that be? No. Heaven is the highest of highest frequencies that and people are like, well, you can't get to heaven unless you say Jesus died for your sins. Okay, well, you have to be convinced of that, motherfucker. And you're not doing a good job convincing me. And you better get the fuck out of my face and put down that sign that says God hates gays, bitch. Because I ain't going to fucking listen to any of your hateful fucking rhetoric anyhow. Out of my face. Out of my face. This is all me up in here. You handle that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want camera. You want candid camera now. You may know that. So you need to go through things to gain a level of wisdom. And when we get to heaven, I believe we all share each other's wisdom with each other, and we can relate and we learn from each other. And heaven is just full of experiencing and knowing what everyone went through, and the beauty of all of that, and the beauty from like the gift from the pain and overcoming pain and all that shit. So God sends vessels to either teach things to others or create opportunity for growth. SL says a friend we used to go on holidays with died in their 30s, bleeding from the brain, a female. It was 2 years ago, but it was a shock. Well, yeah, and I'm sorry for that. And even when it happens to them, it's something we can learn about ourselves. Going through grief, we learn things. So everybody learns shit. People are like, oh my God, how can this person get sick or get cancer and suffer like that? Why would God allow that? Well, they're learning something. You're learning something through the experience. You're learning to appreciate life. Look how much we don't appreciate life by bitching nonstop every day about whatever. You Karens that call into places, well, I've done this a couple of times, if people are extremely rude or something. I mean, but you really got to be a fucking dickhead for me to call a manager or something, like do something extremely fucked up. But look at all these people that spend time like on the phone waiting for a manager when they could be like spending time doing something wonderful. And as those words are coming out of my mouth, I mean, I could apply that to myself. Look how many times I fucking like let negative shit get to me and all sorts of stuff when I could be penetrating something or someone, or like doing something for myself, working out and getting that pain so I can get gain. Because look at that pathetic gain. There ain't nothing there. Because I ain't been doing shit except stroking. She was disabled like you are. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, just know that she and yourself and all of us are, no matter what struggles we have, everybody gets that higher frequency reward in the end. But I believe your ticket in heaven is pure wisdom and understanding. And without that, you can't really exist in heaven, because you're not going to understand. If we have the same mindset that we have here and we haven't experienced pain, then we're not going to be thankful for heaven. If we were spoiled on earth and then died and went to heaven, there'd be no difference. We're spoiled there. We're spoiled both places. Everything's perfect. No, we got to go through shit so we could be like super thankful and full of wisdom when we get to heaven. And we're going to be so thankful to be there, like instead of this fucking hellhole. Oh, she was not disabled? Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. I apologize. She wasn't disabled. Okay, gotcha. Caught your live for once listening while working, starting from the beginning. I might not be able to say hi. Okay, hi from the future. Hi from heaven. Jan says, I was taking my cousin's grandson, but one day when he was about 8 and he asked me something about God, I replied I didn't know and had to ask his grandma. He's 22 now and still remembers it. See? Leave an impact. When people say, what do you think about God? Or it's like, have you tried talking to God? And a lot of times people are like, well, yeah, but nothing ever happens. He never listens. Well, do you fucking pay attention? Because God doesn't fucking talk to you in golden fucking showers in the clouds. He talks to you in the way that you would best understand. God talks to me through like numbers that I see very, very often, like number patterns. Love you, Lonnie. Just tons of different stuff. He has his own way of talking to me. So that's why when I see disrespectful, what's the word I'm looking for? Cunts in life that are like judging, preaching, like God says this and I say this, or this person in the Bible says this, you better do this. I'm like, I talked to God just a couple of seconds ago and I'm talking to him right now. And I feel like flipping you off right now. I'm still talking to God in my head, multitasking, telling you to go fuck yourself. And God's cool with it. So shut up. You do have a place, Jan. Hey, Sky Maiden. God puts people around you in your life and guides you. It's not like he talks to people. And 71, not only does he put, it's not just good people either. You have to experience bad relationships. You have to experience, like, you're like, oh, why would God allow me to have my heart broken? Oh, put your fucking pants back on, you fucking one night stand whore. Your heart's not broken from one night him sticking it inside of you. Get over it, you crybaby. Learn something. Learn something from that STD that you caught from that man you're so in love with that you slept with for 2 hours. Then he called you a taxi in the morning because he didn't even know your fucking name. And all of a sudden you're in love with him? Give me a fucking break. Shut up. I don't care if you're married for 12 years. Shut up. They're there to teach you something. Oh, that's nice, SL. Your mom goes to church. You don't like it. Church isn't for everybody. Church is wherever you worship. I worship God all the time. Every fucking second. Like, even when I'm talking, like, God puts your intuition, he puts conviction in you, all sorts of shit, all the time. While you're talking, while you're fucking, while you're shitting. And I'm serious when I say this. Like, he's everywhere. Like, God is throughout your whole life. And sometimes you're not going to like his presence because you're like, why the fuck are you allowing this, God? Why are you doing this to me? And God's like, why don't you backtrack, motherfucker, and think how you got yourself in this position? Why is it my job to always pull you out of shit? Huh? Why don't you fucking grow up and think for yourself? But always remember, just like you have villains in your story, sometimes you're the villain in others. Exactly. Ooh, there's Sandra, the medium sister. Hey, Amanda. Sorry, I always refer to you as her twin sister. You're your own person, but you're both amazing. She says, I was questioning my surgery and asked God, pointed to a scripture in the Bible which told me to move forward with the surgery. They removed the cancer during my surgery, totally unexpected. That is beautiful. That's amazing. Hey, Ritz. Hey, in Belgium. I love waffles. I love Belgium waffles. They're amazing. Psalm 84:11. Hey, Siri, will you read out Psalm 84:11?
Okay, I found this on the web for you. Read out Psalm 8411. Check it out.
Okay. Psalm 84:11. For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord will give grace and glory. No good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly. Lonnie says she lost faith when she lost her son. She hardly turns to God. But I did have to turn to him recently. It was bad. I felt like giving up. But he didn't let me and guided me out of that negative state. Yeah, a lot of times, Lonnie, too, like, we ask God, like, why don't you just make this stop? Why don't you just take this away from me? Or why are you letting this happen? And it's like, God is very patient. And the reason I believe, like, people are like, he's very patient. Well, he is. God is not part of the human flesh. We're very impatient creatures. He knows the plan, for I know the plans for you. Okay? He fucking knows. He's like, dude, as we're freaking out down here, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? He's like, dude, fucking chill. Okay, there's a plan here. Okay? Your plan is not always the right fucking way. All right? So just chill out. They just legalized weed in your state. Go down to the dispensary, get yourself some fucking rest, and learn some patience. And while you're at it, learn some manners too. All right? This ain't going to happen today. I got other prayers to answer right now, and you're not at the top of my fucking list right now. All right? Boo-hoo, your heart's broken. Okay? So is everyone else in the world. Did I mention I was pinned to a fucking cross for like 30 fucking hours? All right? Cry me a river. Literally. Cry me a river. Jesus. One last question. When did you first find YouTube and what made you start a channel? Oh, I found YouTube like way back in like shit. 2008, 2009. And I just would post music and stupid bullshit on there. My really old YouTube channel I still have. And then I discovered Jake's mom, who is now Molly Golightly, but at the time her name was Jake's mom, and she had like 300 subscribers. I had no idea she was on the show Wife Swap. I just was interested in the his side 2 stuff she was talking about. And then she started doing live streams because she wasn't live like before that. And then I'd go into her chats, and then we became friends on Facebook, and then we started talking on the phone, and then the whole Chris Watts thing happened, and then that from there she told me that my music sucks bad and makes fun of me and mocks me for my shitty music a lot, except she likes my song what's the song she plays? Oh, she likes my song Narcissist. She plays that a lot lately. And so she told me to start a separate channel so that I wouldn't embarrass myself on this one by making shitty music. So I did, and here we are. Okay. I blamed him for losing the people I love. Yeah, and see, and God is very patient, and there's a different understanding of what time is on the other side. So here, I mean, it's like, it's suffering. You're like, oh my God, I lost them. I'm without them forever. But I feel like when we pass on and see those other people, it's like no time has passed. So it's a temporary pain that could last anywhere from 0 to 100 years that we're going to have to experience or more here on Earth. And then, we'll get over it. But we're learning something. It's changing our character inside. You love my shitty music? Oh, thank you. God, I ranted forever. I just wanted to say, oh wait, hold on. Lonnie says, I blame God for taking my dad when I was 6. I didn't accept him back fully until I was homeless at 46 and just let him guide me out of the mess. Yeah, and don't you notice how God is he's all understanding, he's all forgiving, he's patient. He's none of the things that these people that try to school me on God, like, that's fine if they have their own relationship and their beliefs, but they disrespect mine and like try to tell me what I'm doing is wrong. I'm like, no. I mean, I'm not where I want to be, like Joyce Meyer says. I'm not where I want to be, but at least I'm not where I used to be, and God knows that. It's not for you to tell me anything or tell me how to talk to God when I'm very comfortable talking to God, and I'm not comfortable with this conversation talking to your ass. So put the torch down. Just enjoy what you do. I don't. Just kidding. He's omnipresent. Again. Hey Siri, what is omnipresent?
Omnipresence, or ubiquity, is the property of being present anywhere and everywhere.
Oh, got it. The Abu.
The term omnipresence is most often used in a religious context.
Yeah, I know that. No, I know. You don't. No, shut up. I already know that. I was just asking for the definition. I don't need to know your whole fucking life story. Go talk to God. That's between you and him. Oh, God, Siri gives me a fucking headache sometimes. Death is all Satan's doing, not God's. See, and I believe Satan is... I believe it's like yin and yang. It's necessary, evil, because while we're here, like I said, we have to learn stuff. So not everything is going to be yin. A little bit's got to be yang. I don't know which one's white and which one's the dark yin or yang, but there's got to be like equality. you know, like there's equality of like everyone that, and I'm gay, so I could say this, everyone that goes down to Pride and they, matter of fact, hold on. Let's see this equality. Here we go. We're going to take a look at equality, okay? Now, remember, if homeless people who they're never allowed to use the restroom anywhere, they're pretty much, in my experience, especially if you go down into the city. Excuse me. Sorry about that. If you go down in the city, and I know I abuse my Siri. I'm sorry, chicken lady. You see really anybody asking to use the restroom. No, it's not. It's for customers. And even if you're a customer, no, it's closed, even though it's open, because, you know, there are people that trash the public restrooms. So then you have a homeless person ready to pee their pants, and they pee outside and they get put on a sex offenders list because no one's letting them fucking pee. So they're like, well, shit, I'm going to piss myself. You think they want to pee inside their only set of clothes, or do they want to whip it out and pee somewhere and then they end up on a list? But watch this shit. Watch this. This is fucking allowed, right? Watch. I said watch. Hold on. I love nose breathers. They're just fun, you know? You ever have those people in a quiet office or something? You're in a bank and they're like, it's just fun. I enjoy it. I don't know. They just seem like fun people. Watch this shit. You ready for this?
For lefties losing it, and I regret to inform you that the French women are at it again. This lot love nothing more than taking off their tops to protest, well, anything. This time,
this is in darling Nikki's city. Shocker, right? You hear that, darling Nikki? Nothing surprises us with you.
A bunch of white French women are protesting racism and the far right by baring their breasts and mocking.
Yeah. Because that's fucking logical. I don't see them being put on a list. And what? Is this the one? Hold on, I want to make sure this is the one. Okay, ready for this is the part I wanted you to see. Watch this. This is Family Day at Pride, folks. Now, I'm a gay man. This is why I don't participate in Pride. So all you people that call me the P word and blah, 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 like you over there, a bandolin, call me Red Dot Robbie. The only dots I see is the 2 dots on the side of your fucking eyes that you see while you're trying to swim through the large, deep fucking crevices of Hooker. Okay? So sit down and let me show you something. Because I don't agree with this at all.
Apparently a family-friendly Pride event.
Family friendly. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, actually, matter of fact, I heard Mandolin saying one time, I don't know what kind of Pride he's ever been to, but I've never seen that kind of stuff. That's because you're from the boring fucking city in Ohio. And I'm sorry, but also fucking Carolina, whatever. You think you're going to see this shit there? You probably don't even go there. You barely leave your fucking house.
Remember the good old days when first world cities had public indecency laws? I miss those days.
Me too. Look at this. Look at this. I'm sorry, hold on a minute. Hey Siri, is nudity allowed in the city of Toronto?
I don't know how to respond to that.
Play dumb. Are you a fucking liberal too, Siri?
Now playing dumb, what are you?
No.
Liberal too.
I didn't say that. Hey Siri, is public nudity allowed in Toronto? It's called Toronto, right? Yeah, Toronto. She doesn't have an answer. She's fucking playing stupid. That's her in the background, by the way. We're in the pink. You see that this lady right here? That's Siri. Right here. Playing dumb. Hold on. Is public nudity allowed in Toronto? Toronto. They allowed it to be topless. So it says Section 174 of the Criminal Code makes it illegal to be nude in a public place without lawful excuse. It's also a crime to be nude. Hold on. It is legal for women to go topless on the streets of Toronto, but nude, and then watch, because they interview the cops, and watch what the cops say.
Yes, some dude in a Bugs Bunny mask dangling his doodle in a pride rally. Not sure what pride there is in that or this.
I know, chicken lady. Did the helicopter.
And in San Francisco, where
Watch what happens in San Francisco.
anything goes nowadays, we had several school districts take young kids along to pride rallies. And this one, look at this clip. You can clearly
pay attention to this part, folks. Pay attention to this part. Now, listen, I, as a gay man, okay, I experienced bullying, from being gay. And I think everybody should feel comfortable being who they are. I know I joke a lot about sex. I joke a lot about it. I joke a lot about like STDs and stuff. It's a serious subject, but I got over it. And that's why I try to joke about it. And, I make light of a lot of situations. A lot. Okay. But for younger generations of people, like we're all adults here. That's why I'm joking. Around children or around kids, you're not going to do what you're going to do. First of all, I don't see naked people in nightclubs. I see them in thongs, underwear, and stuff like that. You don't really see naked people unless you're in a strip club, because you'll probably get kicked out. I don't understand. Like, I get that because I'm gay, it's like we're expressing our sexuality. But what about expressing like our human rights? That has nothing to do with being naked or having sex or anything like that. Just being treated like a fucking human being, just like anybody should. Anyone. So I don't get why like being sexual and dancing around naked, and especially in front of children, where there's school districts of kids going on field trips to Pride to see what it's all about. And younger children or younger generations of people are going to think that being gay means to take your clothes off and like dance promiscuously. And yeah, is that fun? I fucking do it all the time. Hell yeah, I love having sex too. It's so fun. But there's also responsibility that comes along with that, or you end up with STDs and stuff like that. So you want to do it careful. But when we're teaching them, especially if they're on a field trip, let's just hump everyone. I know it's fun to joke about with adults and stuff. It's silly, or it's fun to be a slut. But that's not what I want to teach children, okay? I would want to teach them the opposite.
see a completely naked man in the front row watching kids march.
Look at that. So there's kids marching there at the parade, and there's a fucking naked man in the front row. See that? And look, everyone's all for it. But you'll call a fucking guy who comments on your parenting on the internet a fucking P word, or just because family members they live with or fucking are in their family or anything, you'll call them the P word. But no, let's go to Pride and let's celebrate this. Sit the fuck down.
And staying in San Francisco, there was plenty more depravity and lefties losing it.
I don't agree with this at all. I don't. Save it for the nightclubs. There's children there.
And if you're wondering why police didn't intervene...
Watch this. Here's the police, what they had to say about it. They're about to interview Hooker.
Well, listen to what these officers had to say.
There's kids, wandering around the van. I'm not sure on San Francisco's laws or California's laws. Is it legal for nudity to be presented in front of kids?
Nudity is legal, yeah, within certain boundaries.
What are the boundaries,
Yeah, anything coupled with a lewd act or anything being done for sexual gratification.
Watch what she says. Watch what she says. Because people get put on a list for peeing in public, right? But watch what she says.
That people
Okay, but this event wouldn't be considered for sexual gratification.
No, if they're walking around and it's out, that's right. That'd be different than if they're masturbating.
Okay, so if they're walking around in San Francisco, she's saying, if they're walking around and their genitals, penis, vag, is just out, it's okay as long as they're not masturbating. So they can pee, because that's not sexual. Is that what you're saying? This is ridiculous.
So it's fine as long as they're not masturbating. If they're parading around, dancing suggestively in front of kids naked, that's okay in San Francisco. But it's not just San Fran. Let's go to that other lefty heartland, New York City, and
Let's see what New York has to say, folks.
see how Pride celebrations went there.
Wow. Equality. Woohoo! There's Granny's watching and Tiffany fighting again.
You know what? There are a growing number of gay people, men and women, disowning this whole movement or calling out the victimhood mentality.
And I'm one of them. I'm one of them. Love to hear what Amanda and Hooker have to say about that. Because they're over there like, oh, and he doesn't go to Pride. Well, now you see why. Now you see why. New York isn't good at all. Yeah, I've only been to New York City one time. I flew out there with my good friend, Kristen, right the month after I graduated high school in June of 2000. And we got there and I was still in the closet and they were having their Pride festival. I didn't even know what that was. I didn't even know that that was a thing. And they were, I mean, I as being in the closet was like, oh my God, look at those guys with their shirts off. I don't remember seeing incredibly terrible stuff, but it was still very sexual and stuff. So, and then I became a whore. So look at the good influence that had on me. So don't do drugs and don't be a slut. But yeah, it's stupid. And one thing I want to go over, hold on, before I go, because I do have to go here in a few minutes. Hold on. Okay. I want to show you this because as of recent, let me tell you what's going on. I had to report somebody who is now backing out because I'm imagining they were reached out to, is what I was told. They're going to be reached out to by the police. One of them turned off all their fucking channels. I bet you could imagine who that is. Because you cannot call people, insinuate that they're a pervert, predator, child predator, pedo, any of those things. When it's not true, it's very illegal. So as you guys know, Chromavault, the channel, went down for using my copywritten material. And for, basically using my videos to insinuate that I'm a child stalker and all that kind of stuff. So their channel's been down for a while. So after the police reached out to one of these people, they finally did a counter claim on my copyrights that I filed on them like months ago. Now, the first time they tried, YouTube denied it because they didn't provide full information. But this time they put a fake name, but they put AJ's address in the counter notification, but they didn't put her apartment number, which confirms it is AJ. But she used a fake name, which is illegal. And she also didn't provide full information on it. So I just, for anybody that's putting false information in either a copyright claim or a counter notification, I just want to show you this. According to Copyright Alliance, providing false information in a copyright counter notice is punishable under federal law. Now I'm going to pause there. When you fill out this information, you sign something that says under penalty or perjury, all the information is correct. I'm not lying. That's a legal document. Just so in case it's not just a YouTube thing where you could troll YouTube. It's an actual legal document. And it's saying punishable under federal law and can result in civil liability. For example, if you knowingly assert in a counter notification that your materials were taken down improperly, you could be liable for damages, costs, and attorney fees incurred by the rights holder and the service provider. And also providing, any false information, anything like that. That's how MCF lost her channel. Exactly. That's how a lot of people lose their channels. So yeah, don't do that because that's a legal document. And basically, so I've been in contact with YouTube about it. I'm like, this is false. But either way, what they said I have to do, which I already mailed it out today. I'm not going to say what I mailed out to this fake name and incomplete address. Once that's returned to me in the mail and it says incomplete address, I just show YouTube and they don't reinstate it and the channel can't come back, period. That's all you got to do. Some people don't take the time to do that. They're like, I'm not mailing something. Well, I took the time. I had stamps and all that shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it. So hopefully I get that back here within the next couple of days, I would imagine. Hey, Deadly Queens. How you doing? So anyways, and as far as Stephanie, bitch talks, speculation, Steph. I said if her situation was real that I would apologize. And I'm still waiting to be convinced of that. I'll just say that. Because any kid can be hurt in the newspaper or a fucking ad. Also, when you have a history of lying about family members and stuff like that, being in emergency situations, it's harder to believe you. And it doesn't take away the fact that you turned off the chat on the live stream that I had pointed out to you and said, hey, this is the live stream I'm talking about where AJ was in your fucking chat saying my name, talking about me, and you were highlighting, you were responding to her comments. Well, Bitch Talk said, go back to my live and see. Well, she disabled the chat replay, so you can't watch that. But luckily, the part that I'm talking about is recorded and she responds to AJ. So let me just play that part so that she doesn't fucking forget what she did, because it doesn't change what you did just because you had a fucking emergency situation. Okay. Where is it at? Hold on. Let's see. Is it this? Nope, that's not it. Here it is.
Well, that's just, you know.
Oh, it's
Like, sorry, she's
came
not.
after me for being friends with Robbie.
These people are weak. They think that they can bark the loudest and that makes them.
Let's hear that again. She goes, here, AJ. And she's reading her comment. And then this loon, Broken Justice, decides to go in talking about basically me and my friends. Like, these people are just stupid. So let's hear it again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just, you know.
Oh, it's
Like, sorry, she's
came
not.
after me for being friends with Robbie.
These people are weak. They think that they can bark the loudest and that makes them strong people. But these are the ones that are the weakest. You know, the ones that do this stuff. And the strong ones are the ones that, sit back and just watch them, run into their own train wreck.
So tell me again, AJ, Stephanie, how my name wasn't brought up by AJ when you literally just read it out. Turning off the chat's not going to stop that. And it's not going to make me have any more fucking sympathy for you. So there's that. Any questions? Exactly. There you go. Anyways, I gotta go. All right? I'm gonna slam my coffee because I haven't even really been drinking it this whole time. Yeah, we're all stupid and weak, right? That's what I cannot stand is when people deflect and instead of saying, oh, you know, sorry about that, like they get cornered. So what do? They turn off their chats. They hide shit. It's clear as day, Stephanie. And you literally lied about that. I never said that. She never said his name. You fucking read it out. And isn't that just convenient that while I'm live streaming about to talk about this, she goes live and throws everyone off? No, that's not going to change the fact that you're still a shitty person. I'm sorry if that really happened to you, but you're still a fucking dick. Have a good day, Jen Jen. They're not intelligent enough to respond. Exactly. And you know what I love? One of my favorite things in the world is when I can have a discussion with somebody where we're having a disagreement or confrontation and we can come to like a understanding, even if we don't get like talk to each other afterwards, but like an understanding. But that takes swallowing pride and like being able to say like, yeah, I jumped the gun on this part, or I did this, or I did that. And yeah, fuck these people. People who aren't willing to do that and just deflect, there's no point in having a conversation with those people because they're just going to keep deflecting. It's not going to be productive. The pressure is all on you to make everything okay when they're the ones who fucked it up to begin with. I had no idea that even happened. What the fuck is the matter with people? Exactly. Love you, Lonnie. And they're like, oh, what's he doing? Okay, literally in the middle of my live stream, we're reviewing Stephanie's video and I'm, responding to things she said and, going over it. In the middle of it, I get a text. Hey, Steph's on her way to the hospital. There was an accident. This is probably not a good time to continue. So out of respect, I said, I explained to people why I was stopping. I didn't say, ooh, I have gossip. Stephanie has an emergency. I said, no, there is an emergency with her son. And out of respect, I'm not going to continue this right now. And then when people were like, why is she fucking live streaming? This is weird. Why does she sound happy? That's when I was reviewing, giving my point on that. Saying it was real fucking bizarre timing, wasn't it? So there's that. Anyways, guys, I really do have to go. Here's my resting bitch face one more time from Thea. Make sure you go over to Thea's channel and check out her amazing videos. She's fantastic. Let me see if I still have it. The link copied. Paste. Can someone click on that? That's Thea's link, right? That I just pasted. Hold on. Hold up. Hey, on a something, hold up. Hey. We don't play. Hold on. Yep, that's her video we were just watching. That's the link to that. Bye, SL. Thank you, Janessa. Appreciate that. Have a beautiful day, everybody. I hope to see you soon. I hope wonderful things happen today that make you feel glorious, happy, yet sensual at the same time. And have a beautiful, lovely day. Bye-bye now. No chance.